Hi everybody, I'm doing away with the theme song until me and my buddy Zeke can make one. So I'm continuing with my facts thing. Alright, let's do this. Your eyes move about 80 times a second. A lobster's teeth are in its stomach. Like, those robots that do the thing in the movies? Yeah, those. A dolphin can learn to recognize itself in the mirror. Fortunately, it won't attack itself like a bird. You can see autumn leaves from space. Oh, I got a really cool picture with that one. But you can't see it. There's a heart-shaped coral reef in Australia. See? At least 12 rocks from Mars have landed on Earth. A sloth would take a month to travel a single mile. And that's why it doesn't. A US dollar bill can be folded in the same spot about 4,000 times before it tears. That's actually pretty tough. Chicks can breathe through their shells. Not chicks as in women, chicks as in baby chickens. Pet hamsters run up to 8 miles a night on a wheel. I wouldn't know, I don't have a pet hamster. More than 60,000 people are flying over the United States in airplanes right now. And at least 40 terrorists. New York drifts about an inch farther from London every year. It's like, yeah, just gonna. Where you going? Nowhere. In the open ocean, a tsunami sometimes travels as fast as a jet plane. A mountain climber carried the Olympic torch to the top of Mount Everest. Why? Owls can't move their eyeballs. And from Earth, you always look at the same side of the moon. This is true. The biggest bald eagle nests way up to 4,000 pounds. That's a big bird. Kangaroos don't hop backward. Why do I need to know that? I mean, thank you. What am I going to do with this information? And why would they hop backward? That doesn't make sense to me. Why would they hop backwards? Yeah, I don't understand it. The longest paper airplane flight was more than 200 feet or 61 meters. Some hummingbirds weigh less than a penny. And then they get caught in drift winds, or in light breezes. And they get lost. It's possible for people to get goosebumps on their faces. Tornadoes usually spin in opposite directions above and below the equator. What does that mean? What does that mean? It would take about 3 years of non-stop pedaling to bike to the moon. And E.T. did it in 4 seconds. Food passes through the giant squid brain on the way to its stomach. That's called food for thought right there. Clams can live to be more than 100 years old. The end of the minute hand on London's Big Ben clock travels about 118 miles a year. I know people who don't move that much. In a lifetime, the average American drives approximately 627,000 miles, or 25 times around the world, using enough gasoline to fill 3 fuel tankers. Okay. An avalanche can travel 80 miles an hour. Okay. A church in the Czech Republic has a chandelier made of human bones. Okay. I know people who would want one of those. 97% of Earth's water is salt water. Dust from Africa can travel all the way to Florida. But then it realized there's too many Cubans in Florida. Humans can recognize about 10,000 different smells. Like I smell... Never mind. Butterflies taste food with their feet. And humans apparently do not. I got gum, but I want some. So I'm gonna have some, and you can't do a thing about it. What? Are you gonna do? Sue me? A baseball will travel farther in hot weather than in cold weather, because hot weather is less dense than cold weather. Science. Snakes can't slither on glass. This is true, because glass has no traction. That's how snakes move. A restaurant owner made a 6,000-gallon milkshake, enough to fill more than 100 bathtubs. Hippos can be more dangerous than lions. The fastest falcon can outpace a speeding race car. Kids blink about 5 million times a year. Why specifically kids? Earth traveled more than 5,000 miles in the past 5 minutes. Bakers in Turkey made an 8,891 foot long cake. That's the length of about 114 tennis courts. Who ate that? Who ate the cake? The Himalayan mountains grow a half-inch taller each year. So that means we gotta remeasure the Mount Everest. Yeah, it's in the Himalayas. If about 33 million people held hands, they could make a circle around the equator. But not the prime meridian. What? An ant can carry 50 times its body weight. It's like a kid carrying a car. Oh, so that's how they got the kid to do that in Superman. Okay. You know, the one that came out in like the 60s and the kid was holding the truck? That's how that happened. He was an ant kid. The whole thing makes sense now. In ancient Egypt, mummies' brains were removed through the nose. Yeah, that's because they were dead. You know, that just kind of sounds fun. The average $100 bill circulates for 9 years. 4,000-year-old noodles were discovered in ancient ruins in China. And someone tried to eat them and they died. A 100-year-old chocolate bar sold for nearly $700. More things people eat that just doesn't, you know. The most expensive item ever sold on eBay was a $168 million yacht. On eBay? Okay. The planet Venus spins backwards. Bite the power. That's all I got to say. If you heat a diamond to 1,405 degrees Fahrenheit, it will turn into vapor. Yes, we have diamond vapor floating around the room. Just thought I'd let you know. People report the most UFO sightings when Venus is closest to Earth. That means aliens are on Venus. It's proved. Proven. Fact. Now one more page. Australia was once a British prison colony. The Asian vampire moth sometimes drinks the blood of animals. I couldn't tell with a name like the Asian vampire moth. I thought it is a very deceptive name, the vampire moth. A New York man did a continuous series of somersaults for 12 miles, 390 yards. See, what's wrong with that one is they put that like that. You see that? That's what I was just reading. A person hiccuped for 68 years. 68 years later.